is the Radman, and we are here for some more Farming Simulator 2015. And the silage from last episode actually finished up. Where's the pipe light? There it is. That's weird. Anyway, so yeah, the silage got done, so I'm just gonna show you guys this thing working. And yeah, you basically just drive it on top of a mound, and then it'll do its thing. And let's just see how many loads we're gonna get out of this. And this is probably gonna take quite a while to actually sell, because there's a lot of it. But it's a good thing that it finished up, because now it can be out of the way for the next time that I harvest wheat or something and I don't want to bale it. But right now I have canola planted, so I don't have to worry about refilling this for quite a while. And yeah, it does take actually quite a while to fill this thing up, but then again, this pit, this side of the pit is always the lowest side, just because I usually drive in from that end and start dumping and then drive out this end. Wow, it's taking actually quite a lot longer than I thought it would. But we have like 600,000, which is about 2 loads of this trailer. Except since there's over 600,000 left, that means that it's gonna be about 3 loads to unload the trailer fully. And I think what we'll do is we'll just unhook this, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like a frogger or something. We'll just unhook it and leave it in the silage pit while we're going to sell, because there's no reason to haul it around, afterwards. And I'm thinking that this is also what we're going to use for wood chips, which I cut down a tree a little bit away from all my fields, and I'm going to see how long it takes me to destroy that tree. But yeah, now I think we're getting into the really thick stuff, because it's taking quite a while to empty it down very much. Yeah, as you can see, I haven't really done much with like the cows or anything. I don't think I've bought any yet, because I want to wait until I can get actual straw bales. And did I buy a tedder ever? I just want to check, because if I did, yeah, I don't think I ever bought a tedder. But I'll have to see what it counts, stuff as when I go to fill up the feed wagon, because I think the feed wagon has a display on it that tells you how much of each thing you need to put in for optimal feed. And the reason I'm not using the semi, by the way, is because I already drove it over by the combine, and I want it to be free during the canola harvest, because it does take quite a while to sell 300,000 silage. But I will make a lot of money off it, which is good, because I was kind of worried, because I've been a little bit lazy about mowing and stuff, so I was worried that I wouldn't be making enough money, but I think this should make up for it fine. Here we go. We're really close. I can tell you that normally we probably would have loaded about 4 of that other semi-trailer by now. And we've still got about like 400,000 left in it, which is insane, because it's all like I said, it's just really compact on this side. And we're gonna be a little bit careful, because I'm not actually sure if this thing can hold stuff in it without destroying it. So I'm gonna get ready to okay, good. So what I was doing there... Whoa, no. Flip. Oh, I forgot that you have to drive out of here to unhook anything. Dang it. Oh, criminy. Anyway. So well now we know it works. And, another good thing about it is, it seems like this thing kind of keeps you from where am I going? What is going on here? Oh my gosh. Holy cow, this is a bad idea. Oh no. I just want to unhook the stupid thing. I don't want to unload it. Okay, let's try shutting it off and lifting it up. No, it's stuck. It is stuck fast. Can I get to it? Maybe if I reset this guy, I can hover over it and reset it. Because I think if I can just get it to reset... This is the one thing I don't like. It's really hard to reset a specific thing if it's in the middle of a group of vehicles. Like, look at this. Like, it's impossible. Why can't I just press, like, R or something and have it reset? But, whatever. Okay, whatever. You know what? If I really have to, I'll reset everything around it. Because I need to get that unstuck soon. Okay. It doesn't matter if I reset a bucket. Because the bucket doesn't count as a vehicle. I just don't want to get my vehicles too out of order. I don't want to reset that. I want to reset the thing on front of it. That's stupid. Why isn't it showing me the Fragier thing? Well, I guess I can just reset everything. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this thing's gonna be here. I'll reset it. I'm gonna work on getting the trailer over to the biogas plant. Oh, here we go. We're sliding a little, as you can tell. I did end up filling it up, again. I just, pushed the, Fraser thing enough that it finally got into a position where I could, you know, load it. And I'm trying to decide what the best way to do this is, because I don't want to overshoot it. But I think that it needs to be on to count as a valid loading spot. So I've got to try and hook up to it like I did with the smaller tractor. But it might move it is the problem. Dang it. I was gonna say if that works, then anything would work. Dang it. I hope I can even hook onto it, because if I can't hook onto it, I'm gonna have to figure out something else. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to figure out something else. I think what we'll do then is move this out of the way just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Oops. And yeah, we're going to then back up to here. Whoa. Sometimes you just gotta do that to get the silly thing unstuck, I guess. I think what we want to do then is back this up so that it's more like this, so that you can pull alongside it and unload without getting... Let me just move the band up a little. Okay. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so if this is right there, and I turn that on, okay, that's in a range where I can pull up to it now. Now we just gotta see if I can get this trailer into position without knocking everything everywhere. Okay. Yeesh, this entire episode at this rate might just be unloading silage. Because it's a pretty big job, apparently. And with the money that we get from this, I'm kind of hoping to buy more fields. Because I've come to realize that we don't really need anything else right this second. We could technically, I guess, buy like another combine or something, but realistically, we need more fields before we dump that kind of money into something. Unless, of course, we start doing potatoes, but potatoes are kind of annoying without really big equipment. Oh, come on. How close am I gonna have to get with this to actually unload into it? I guess if I have to, I can just go get my semi, but I'd rather not. Because, yeah, this trailer's just so hard to maneuver. Anyway, I'm gonna find a way to actually get it into position. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So, I discovered that it is actually easier to use a truck with this trailer just because, it's more predictable. And yes, it is over the actual hole. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over the tractor. I'll probably just go get one of those really small tractors that I just have kind of sitting around right now. Can I unhook from this thing, please? Okay, I'm going to back up just a little bit. And then I'm going to hit it a little more backward. Nope. Well, I'll find a way to unload it. And it looks like we're getting about 39 per some unit. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab one of my small tractors and just leave it there, and occasionally I'll go and unload it. Okay, so for some reason it stopped when I started recording, but just a second ago this tractor was bouncing up and down, up and down. So I don't know. Maybe if I move it a little, it'll do it. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, see? I got a party tractor here. Anyway, I'm gonna speed up time enough that it'll continually sell, and then I'll just babysit it a little more when this actually grows, and I'll tell you guys how much we make for. I won't show you guys unloading the last two trailers since it took me so long to get the first one unloading, but I will tell you how much we make. Hey everyone, I'm back. So I finished selling all the silage, as you can see, and we made about $1 million. Actually, roughly it's about actually like 980 something thousand. But let's just look real quick. So I'm trying to debate over whether or not we need more powerful tractors at this point. One thing I do want to get though, for sure, is the next step of planter. Because while that 6-meter planter, it's nice and it does the job, this is the biggest planter in the game, and it doesn't require cultivation, so the next logical step is to go to that, and there's no reason not to do it right now. Another thing that I've been thinking about getting is, where is it? I was thinking we might get into, potato harvesting or sugar beet harvesting. I'm not quite sure whether I want to start that though, because there's quite a few reasons that I usually wait a while before getting into it, even when I put so many hours into the game already. Of course, if I wait a little bit, we could just buy a solar, that's a wind turbine, that's the word for them. And obviously also we could get these guys, we could get both of them. Which we might actually end up doing because there's not a lot of machinery left, except of course for a bigger harvester. Now, I'm not sure whether or not I want to buy, the bigger harvester, because the thing is, the header for it is 40 feet across, or 45, I should say. And I'm not sure whether, a header this big is actually suited for this map, because it seems like all the machinery has been scaled down just a little bit, which is a little bit annoying at times. And then obviously another thing that we'd have to take into consideration is we also have these two modded variations of everything to take into consideration when buying stuff. As you can see, this has a really small working meter. Yeah. Yeah, so that's something to think over too. And I don't think that any of these modded combines get bigger than the New Holland combine, the regular New Holland combine. Sorry. I probably would have bought this Horsch thing, by the way. Except I don't know whether it does direct seating or not, and I don't know. I may still change my mind. But yeah, the problem is we're at the point in the game where there's really not a lot that you can do without suddenly buying like 2 or 3 types of machinery at once. Like, I guess if we really wanted to, we could put all our money into the Beast and then not be able to buy anything else, which the Beast requires its own loader. We could also get a Crusher. You know what? I think we will actually buy the Combine because it'll make it nicer. It'll make it so that we don't have to rake, for one, because the header for this thing is absolutely massive. Like, I'll show you it actually in game. It's actually very impressive to look at, and I like it. We also need the corn header for it eventually, so why not? And as you can see, that just took us down, so we don't really have that much money left to spend. But I guess we could buy one of these, or sugar beets and potatoes. I just need to double check, because I did get a mod that added in a special overloader for one of them. But you have to be really careful when you start doing potatoes and sugar beets, because it takes a lot of stuff to keep those happy. And I'm trying to find that mod because I want it before I start using that. But I'm not actually sure what it puts it under, so it's an auger wagon. This is what I'm thinking of. So these two kind of go hand in hand. This is a special overloading station, basically, that holds 50,000 of whatever you put in it inside it, so you can just dump smaller trailers into it over and over, and then bring a big semi-trailer and offload into it. And it's designed for using with potatoes, but obviously it does everything. This is the other option, by the way, for besides this conveyor at the silage plant. But anyway, let's actually go get in the combine. The one annoying thing is I did kind of go through and reset everything that I wanted to the proper, So in the game, I've told you guys before that when you reset stuff, it kind of reorders it. So I had just got everything all how I wanted it. Let's fold this out. And we'll have to pull this up. I kind of wanted to fold out. Oop, crap, actually, we need to unfold this header. It's way too big. You know what? I don't really want to cut because I think we're at the point in the game where doing the videos like I used to do them is more plausible, just because I make so much money now. I make like $1 million every 2 or 3 cuttings. About that, actually. Anyway, let's just drive this down, and we're gonna take it and line up at least the header. I don't know if we'll be able to test the combine. Actually, why did I fold that up? Anyway, let's go see. I just want to see what this looks at with the pipe all the way out. Holy cow. That is definitely a big improvement over the current pipe that we are using, because if you didn't know, the combine that I'm using, I never upgraded it to the second bigger combine. So the pipe is actually, while it is big enough to go just over the second header, it isn't quite big enough that it's basically you can still hit the combine header if you're not careful when you're driving around near it. We better fold this actually, because I don't want to hit anything going through the yard, and stuff does stick out quite a bit on this combine. And one thing I'm kind of worried about with it is the size of the header, so we're going to unhook it when we get over here. And oh my golly. Oh, the place where I hook onto this, like, let's just look at this for a second. It's a little bit over, but the place where I hook onto it, like if we line these up, you can see just how much bigger this header is than that header. And it also has an increased size capacity, by the way. This one I believe has a 9,000 capacity, and this one I believe has a 14,000 capacity. Yeah, that sounds right. And obviously the corn header, as you could see at the shop, unfolds, so it's bigger than it looks too. Which, you know, I really like, actually. I really love, like, the big machines in this game. And as you can see, if we actually line ourselves up, this will probably do this field in 5 passes, I would imagine, if not less. And this is what it looks like running. But anyway, I think the next thing that we're going to get, by the way, guys, is the step up of our forestry equipment, because I've been thinking about it, and while it would be nice to get, like, the Beast eventually, this trailer here is actually the best one to use that I've found, because what it does is, we'll just reset stuff now, there's no use driving the truck all the way over there. Okay, good. Uh, there we go. Oops. Okay, we can just drive this over here to look at it. Oh my gosh, look how big that cedar is. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, this is a huge crusher wood chipper, but it actually has its own storage on it. So I've got that little chipper over there, and I'll show you the problems with it that I encountered soon after buying it, which has given me a little bit of, you know, buyer's remorse about it, because I'm like, well, it could have been good, but it never actually chopped any chips because the crane arm has issues. Because you see, I modded, or I didn't mod myself, but I downloaded some of the first modded of those to come out. And the reason that people mod it, by the way, is because the in-game one is actually pretty hard to use because it has a really small feeder. For some reason, the claw keeps dropping that segment of wood there. I haven't even gotten to chopping up the rest of the tree. So this is going to become outmoded, and since I have those hooked together, I'm just gonna take them both and sell them. I need to empty this out and sell it too. Obviously I need to now take this header and that other combine over to sell them. But I might experiment actually with running 2 combines, except I feel that if they're not the same size of combine, it'll make things annoying. But I might just keep the secondary combine sitting around for a bit. And I think this time, we'll just double check. I think this time, after this harvest, I'm going to plant corn. And yeah. because I don't really have enough money to buy anything else now. So we'll just get this set on corn. And I do have a tractor for seeding. I just thought I'd get this guy ready to go. And I have my chopper obviously ready to go. I just kind of have it sitting in here. There it is. Got the cheaty trailer on it since I said I'd only use the cheaty trailer for silage. Yeah. And I am going to buy cows. I'm going to chop most of the straw for this harvest, but I'm probably going to leave this field and that field untouched, and then just come and bale them when I have time. But anyway, I'm gonna check the time on this episode, and if we do have time to do more, I think the last thing that we'll probably do is buy some cows and see if they have any type of animation, because last game they didn't exactly have animation for the cows, or there wasn't like milking animations or anything, which I think would be a cool idea, but it might be too complex, who knows. But anyway, I'll be right back. I'll have a little bit more time. So what we're going to do, I decided, is we're going to buy that overloader station. That's not the right tab. We're going to buy the overloader station that I showed you, because I've come to realize that it, especially when we're harvesting wheat, we fill up, we fill up the, horse thing really, really fast. Another thing that I'm going to do, though, is also buy some cows, finally. It's taken me quite a while. We'll buy, like... Dang it, I can't do that. Okay. There we go. I didn't buy sheep. Okay. There we go. So yeah, we'll just buy like 10 of them. Because what I did was I didn't have any actual hay lying around, because I discovered that you do have to tether the grass, because that baler that I have, it actually doesn't give you a choice of whether or not to net wrap those bales. You have to net wrap, or sorry, not net wrap, foil wrap them. You have to wrap them because they count as silage. But yeah, I'll show you why. So let's just really quickly reset that thing. Okay, there we go. Reset this. I also sold the old combine. So that's where like the 100 or so thousand that kind of appeared out of nowhere came from. But anyway, here it is. So let's see, we'll borrow this. It turns out this is probably going to be the only field that I'm going to bale, except maybe this one, because I'm just filling up that combine so fast because it's wheat. Which is kind of why I want to try out this guy, because let's get it set up. Am I just moving too fast? Yeah, okay. I was worried there for a second, because it almost looked like I wasn't going to be able to hook onto it. And it looks like it might have a bit of an issue with its height. And it has something that you can control with the mouse. Oh, I think that's the height of it. So I guess if you crank up the height of it, yeah, that probably makes it turn better. But anyway, now I'll show you what you can do with it that I like, which is you can unfold it like this, which you don't obviously want it to be unfolded like that right now. But what you can do is bring it over, like over here, to the side of a field, and then unfold it. And I guess you could use that to kind of balance it. But now what you can do, just make sure the pipe is out. There we go. Okay. So now if I go and get this guy, I'm not sure how well this will work, since this trailer can't actually technically unload except into another trailer. So this might not be the very best example for it, but if we can, I'd like to see it unload in here. But it might not, because like I said, this trailer doesn't actually have a way to unload unless it's into another trailer. So we'll just drive this over here real quick just to show you. I think what I'll do though is buy since I sold this, I made about 13,000. So I'll probably buy like one of these guys and use that instead of that overloader that I have, because what this overloading station will allow you to do, I'll show you. We just get over here. Okay, get this over here to unload. Anyway, what it'll allow you to do is unload like 40. I think it holds 50,000 in it at once. Maybe it's 500,000. But anyway, it holds quite a bit in it at once. We'll be able to know about how much though when we fill this up. So we should get about 14,000 in it. Just check that. And see, already, just in the time it's taken us to get this ready to test, that combine is almost filled up again, and it's all the way down at the other end. So this part of the field isn't the best for this, but let's just see. So if I get right up to it, it should. It sometimes is a little finicky. Oops. Oh, I think it has to be turned on, or for some reason the whatchamacallit, the unloading thing doesn't actually appear. There we go. I guess you just have to get it more in the middle than I did. But that's unloaded, so let's just go see how much it is. How much it holds. So that's about 29% of it. So it probably does hold around like 50,000, maybe even 60. But anyway, now I'll show you why I like it. And I don't know, I may end up resetting and deciding not to use this, depending on if it remembers that it was turned on. Okay, it doesn't, which means you do have to keep it. Okay, that's what I was going to do anyway. But yeah, see, what you can do is you can gather up a bunch of stuff in it, and you do have to sit in the tractor. So that might be kind of annoying unless you have one of those mods that keeps tractors on. You know what, I think this would be more useful if we were using potatoes or something. But I think where we already have an overloader and a semi-trailer, we don't actually need this, so yeah. I'm gonna just reload. I did save after I bought like the new combine and stuff. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to do a little more farming off camera, and really, since I reset, that just means that I can go farm some hay now. Because to get the mixed rations that give the most milk, you have to feed barley. Not barley. You have to feed grass, silage, and hay. Hay, silage, and straw. That's what they are. But anyway, I'll show you guys that in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.